Oh, Jeremy. Oh, Jeremy Lefebvre. Woo, boy, do you smell like poo-poo. Welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. We got a banger of a video today. Oh, in this video, we're going to react to Jeremy Lefebvre while he goes through his PayPal base case. Now, this isn't the bear case. This isn't the bull case. This is the base case for PayPal must now. And oh, by the way, PayPal actually has a capital P in the second P. Jeremy Lefebvre, but we know you can't spell, you low IQ loser. So let's go ahead and look at this analysis that Jeremy Lefebvre did, because now he's getting sophisticated, okay? Now he's growing revenue at 8%, and he's growing earnings at 16%, and he's got a bunch of text. He made a full model. Now, this isn't a DCF, because this low IQ clown has no idea how to calculate the time value of money. He doesn't understand that, okay? It's too much for this genius investor. I'm sorry. But apparently he's getting better, okay? He's becoming more and more sophisticated now in his grifting. And maybe if he had done this for Tattooed Chef, he would have seen that if you added up the present value of the future cash flows of Tattooed Chef, you'd come up with a negative number. Interesting. So anyway, let's hear what Jeremy has to say. He's here with his, his little fluff buddies. We got a meat spin on the top here. We got Sphere Cubed Carlos. Ooh, sexy. We got VRV Italy. He does not look Italian. He looks like Romanian or something. And then we got Chris Patel here. Patel, my smell! So let's hear what Jeremy has to say about PayPal. Look at this. Look at this disgusting, grifting scum with his freaking make-upped face. He's got a filter. Look at that. There's no way his face is that perfect, okay? I mean, you're a pretty sexy guy, Jeremy, but come on, dude. You've got to be using face filters. What a loser. So let's listen to Jeremy's base case for PayPal must now.
A year for this next 5 years, and I have them basically about double upping their net income in terms of the growth percent there. And doing
double up?
16%. And if you look at the latest quarter, for instance, that's a great example. On a GAAP basis, it's crazy numbers. It's like 400% growth. But on
you think Jeremy Lefebvre understands generally accepted accounting principles? GAAP my snap! I bet he thinks it's GAAP. It's GAAP, you low IQ clown. But yeah, Jeremy understands GAAP, okay? So apparently PayPal grew their GAAP earnings by, 400%, whatever he frickin' said. Okay, some insane amount. The thing with GAAP is sometimes you have one-off charges or one-off revenue spikes, and that can really distort earnings. So you can't just say, oh, well, PayPal, they grew their GAAP earnings by 400%. It could have been absolutely anything that could have affected those. They could have had a terrible quarter the last quarter, and then they could have had a great quarter this quarter, and that could have grown GAAP earnings by 400%. But this company's not growing their earnings by 400%, okay? This guy has no idea what GAAP is. He took a accounting 101 class, probably got a B- or probably a D, to be honest, in freaking college. And that's the last time he ever took accounting. But you know what? Don't trust me. I'm just a certified public accountant. I had to study for the CPA exam, and oh my God, I've taught accounting over 660 hours now, and I work full time in accounting. But trust me, Jeremy Lefebvre, he understands GAAP better than me. Trust me, bro. But my gosh, bro.
On a non-GAAP basis, it's still, I think we're at about a double up or triple up of revenue right now. So I think it's
on a not. So he's talking about earnings, and then he starts talking about revenue, and on a non-GAAP basis, we're double up or triple up. What is a non-GAAP revenue? What is this? Do you understand the difference between GAAP and non-GAAP? Of course he doesn't, okay? But he says it with confidence, so you freaking clowns think he knows what he's talking about. Let's keep watching.
Pretty realistic that net income can grow at a much faster clip than revenue, and then if that all plays
willing. Okay, well we're gonna check the profit margin in 2027.
Plays out there, you could probably slap a 30p on a stock like this.
Slap a 30p on it, baby. See, in order to value a stock, all you have to do is just slap a 30 PE on it, bro. Every stock in the world, the most slow-growing company, Ford, even negative earnings, negative revenue growth, 30 PE, bro. It's so easy. Well, if you put a 30 PE on the stock, it's going to be crazy market capitalization in 5 years. So let's look at PayPal's PE right now. What is PayPal's PE? So right now, PayPal's PE, my PP, is 14. So yes, if you literally just doubled the PE right now, the stock would double. Oh, wow, what great analysis, okay? Now, in the past, PayPal was trading at a much higher PE. So Jeremy, what he does is he looks at the past and he says, well, the PE was a lot higher in the past. And it can always, when the stock goes down, it's always going to go back up. What a freaking moron. Okay, look. PayPal is in a very, very, very competitive industry. There are 100,000 ways to send money besides PayPal and Venmo. Okay, you got Zelle, you got Cash App, you got Apple Pay. There's all different ways to send money. And Zelle's actually free. Now, I use PayPal. I like PayPal. But it's not the only thing I use. I take money through Cash App. I take money through PayPal. I take money through Zelle. I take money however I can. There's 1,000 different options. And they all have their pluses and minuses. But PayPal isn't just this like amazingly dominant thing that's going to be dominating in the future. There are serious concerns about PayPal. There's a reason the stock is selling off. People are seriously concerned that this company is basically topped out forever because of all the massive competition that's coming for PayPal. And trust me, there's a lot of competition out there. So you can't put a company like this in a highly competitive industry. I just put a 30p on it. Because as time goes on, revenue growth is going to slow down over and over again. So let's go ahead and look at Jeremy's assumptions of revenue growth. So, okay, we'll finish the video, then we'll go back.
And you're at about a $217 billion market cap, roughly, which...
if you put 1,000 PE, then you get $1 trillion market cap, stupid.
We're sitting at a $50-something billion market cap right now, so that would be... And that's my base case, but we'll see. That's a net income margin there of about 17.7%.
And can you remind...
So there's massive... What? Just think about basic economics, common sense. When there's massive competition, what happens to margins? Do they go up or down? They go down, okay, because there's price wars and there's alternative uses. Of course, margins are going to contract. What are margins at right now? Let's go look at profit margin, okay? So let's go back from the very beginning. So all the way back in, 2014, it looks like profit margins were 12%, 15, sometimes 20 in one quarter. Basically, they were between 12 and 15%. And then, starting in 2020, during the clown market, PayPal's margins went absolutely bananas. B is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Oh, my boobies. But now, margins are coming back down, okay? So, as margins are basically normalizing like they were before the clown market, and then we look 5 years into the future, Jeremy believes margins are going to improve in a highly competitive industry to 17.7%. Where is he getting these numbers from? Well, I just grew the earnings at 16%, and I grew revenue by 8%, and then I slapped a 30p on it. There we go. It's so easy, bro. Man, this is sophistication for Jeremy. I mean, this is like, wow. This is some. He had to use Excel and do some multiplication and division here. Look at these margins: 13, 14, 15, 16, and 7. Yeah, bro, competition increases margins. It's so easy, bro. 30p.
Remind me, because I think PayPal sat in its history higher than 30 PE. I don't even think it was that. I think it was 40 or higher. Am I correct in that?
Oh, wow, great. See, in the past, this happened. So therefore, in the future, that's going to happen too, right? It's so easy, bro. It always goes back to where it was before.
Yeah, it used to be, very high. It used to be for sure 30 plus and back in a year for this next 5 years. And
what an absolute freaking loser, okay? Now, I don't dislike PayPal. I mean, there's some things to like about it. But Jeremy's, projection, so 8% revenue growth. Now, if you look at their year-over-year revenue growth, it's massively slowed down, okay? When it was a smaller company, it was growing revenue very quickly. You can see that historically. Now look at the revenue growth. In 2023, year-over-year, it's 7%. But all of a sudden, they're going to go from 7% year-over-year revenue growth with massive competition and becoming a more mature company, and they're going to have 8% revenue growth. And as competition grows, their earnings are going to increase by 16%, and they're going to have a 17% profit margin. Well, I guess if you do this, if you're doing this amazing math, because I don't know if I could ever figure out something like this. I mean, this is like... This is some crazy math here. This is the base case, okay? I would love to see the bear case. He probably has the bear case numbers higher because he's a freaking moron. He doesn't understand the difference between base and bear. Good job, Jeremy Lefebvre. You're a freaking hero. Can I sign up for your Gap class? Can you teach me Gap, Jeremy? Please, I want to know. All right, guys, that's my review. Have a wonderful night. Cheers.